Hello, and welcome to the Georgia State Capitol. Today we are going to talk about the legislative branch of government. This is the branch that writes the laws. In Georgia, we call our legislators the General Assembly instead of Congress. But like Congress, the Georgia General Assembly is divided into two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate. The House of Representatives is known as the lower house and has 180 members. Each of these 180 members' votes count the same, so power is shared among more people. The Senate is known as the upper house and is composed of only 56 members. Let's go into a little more detail, starting with the House of Representatives. To run for election as a member of Georgia's House of Representatives, you must be a U.S. citizen, at least 21 years old, a citizen of Georgia for at least 2 years, and a resident of the district you are seeking to represent. So that means that if you live in North Georgia District, you cannot run to represent the people of Valdosta and Georgia House. Elected members serve 2-year terms, and there are no term limits, so some members serve for decades. Although the House and Senate share some responsibilities, bills related to the state budget must start in the House of Representatives. The Speaker of the House of Representatives is the officer in charge of the House. The Speaker is an elected representative, and they are chosen by the members of the House at the beginning of each 2-year term. Although the Speaker is an elected member, they only vote to break a tie or provide the margin required for constitutional changes. The Speaker is third in the line of succession behind the Governor and Lieutenant Governor. As presiding officer, the Speaker is also in charge of making sure other House members are following all the rules and procedures. It is a little more difficult to qualify to campaign for the state Senate. You must be a U.S. citizen, at least 25 years old, and a citizen of Georgia for at least 2 years. You also must have been a resident of your Senate's district for at least 1 year before the election. State senators also serve 2 years and can be elected indefinitely. The Lieutenant Governor is the officer who presides over the state Senate. Presides over the Senate basically means they are in charge of the Senate. They are elected by the people of Georgia every 4 years. As president of the Senate, the Lieutenant Governor's role is similar to the Speaker of the House. They ensure that everyone is following the rules, recognize members to speak, and establish the order of reviewing bills. Although both senators and representatives are elected every 2 years, the governor must call for a special election if a vacancy occurs. Usually, a special election is held between 30 and 60 days after the seat is vacated, and only voters in that specific district cast ballots. So, if there is a vacancy in Gwinnett County, then voters in Columbus, Georgia cannot participate in special election to fill that vacancy. By now, you should know more than you thought possible about Georgia's legislative branch. As always, our sources can be found in the description box. Thank you for joining us.